get 'em, Rock.
You're watching the Frank Prince Show, only on Madhousetv. You know, welcome, Frank Prince.
Hey, welcome to the Frank Prince Show, only on Madhousetv. I just heard that before. I want to thank the beautiful ladies from Madhousetv's own Vicky Mealy and Janine Rizzarilli for being my guests last week on my show. And today I have with me none other than Long Island's own Larry Dubin. Hello, Larry.
How you doing?
Welcome.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be on your show.
It's an honor to have you here. So tell us about yourself. What do you do for a living?
Well, right now I'm unemployed, but for 37 and a half years I've done drug and alcohol counseling with adolescents and adults and DWIs in Long Island.
Okay.
And in Queens also as well. That's where I started. And been out of work since July. So basically, I've been sending in resumes, trying to get a job, and also singing a little bit on the side. You know, I had one little gig last week.
Well,
that I
hopefully somebody watching will spot you and give you some work.
did. It would be nice.
Yes. So you were an actor, too. You were
Yes.
in different venues?
Yes. I started in 2006. First time, I was 56 years old. Never before did I ever act. And I read this Newsday. They had cast calls. And I said, there's it was a show from Theater, I think it was Theater 2 in Glen Cove.
Okay.
And it said, they're doing a review.
Mhm.
Didn't know a thing about it. So I called them up and I said, do you take amateurs? They said, if you have talent, sure. I said, I have talent. I'll see you next week. So I went down to the show. I auditioned, sang 30 seconds, and I want to tell you about it because I was thinking about it today on the way here. Because I heard Josh.
Tell away.
I heard Josh Groban the other day on Sirius Sinatra, the station, and he sang the same song. They played the same song that I sang for my first audition. It was from the Fantastics, Try to Remember.
Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful song. And I got teary-eyed in the car when I was thinking about it, so I stopped, pulled over, and I texted my first musical director. His name was Kerry Prep. I texted him, and I told him if it wasn't for you and what you taught me, I wouldn't be where I am today, okay? Acting-wise or even singing-wise, I believe. He taught me a lot. He was a tremendous man. And then we were joking around about how his wife told me when the show was over, we did it. That was my first show I ever did in my life, at 56. And he told me, his wife says to me, "You're the only man that ever made my husband cry." Because I cried. I'm like, the show's over. What do I do next? I had no idea, you know. And they say, "Well, look for another show." And I'm like, "How do I do that?" I just cried, and I made him cry, you know. But a great man. He works for Adelphi. He teaches kids in college, you know, acting and stuff like that, and music. And, you know, that's what I remember how I started in 2006. And since then, I've done, including the show with Madhousetv, 27 shows. My last one was with them on Christmas. We did Scrooge's Dream. Great. I had to do a British accent, but the second time, actually.
I remember that.
You know?
actually.
And, yeah, the first time I had to do one was in My Fair Lady. That was my third show.
And
So I
you're
did
back
3.
on here.
Huh?
And you're back
And
on
I'm back here again.
There you go.
Yep, yep.
So what goes into acting, like the industry?
Okay, well, you know, I only do community theater. I've only done community theater.
But
All I like is
community
musicals.
theater, right.
Yeah, I don't like to do regular act because I can't remember lines. I'm getting old. I can't remember lines. But I do remember words to songs. And
Right, that's
I'm good at
okay.
dancing in a lot of these shows, so a lot of times I don't get any lead roles, and partly that was because my job had me working nights, so I couldn't really, you know, go to a lot of their rehearsals. But you know, it just it takes a lot out of you. It's days of work, it's rehearsing, it's reviewing scripts and stuff like that. But I loved it. I mean, I thought the most fun show I did actually in years, and that was the first show I did with Scrooge's Dream in 3.5 years. That was one of my most fun shows that I've ever did. And I was working with some great people that I actually met a year ago. Okay, I don't think I would be here today, sitting here, if I hadn't met a few people from Madhousetv
Yes.
at one of the country clubs. It was really nice, you know. So I did 26 shows before that, and I did all musicals, and I had to do some accents and put on some costumes, and a lot of fun, a lot of fun.
Right, having fun.
Yeah. I mean, I like acting, but I'd rather sing. I like singing.
Yeah, I understand that. You got to get out there and sing. When did you start singing?
Actually, I started singing when I was 5. My relatives, like my parents would showcase me in front of my relatives. I'd sing in front of them, and you know, but nobody really ever cultured me. No one ever said, you know, exposed me to anything. So I grew up, and I ended up getting in trouble in my life. Ended up, you know, taking care of my troubles, and all of a sudden, I'm a drug and alcohol counselor. But I still have the talent. I love doing it. So I just, you know, decided in 2006, the same time when I did the acting, I would go to some karaoke venues. Excuse me. Yeah, so that's what I did. I started attending some, especially in Lindenhurst. It was like my second home. I would go to all of these different bars and restaurants. And I became, in one restaurant, actually, the Amazing Larry, they called me, when I would come up to sing. But what I liked about the singing part is getting people involved. Right. You know what I mean? Like telling, like I would sing, I sing a lot of Frank Sinatra, and I do a lot of the standards. You know, I grew up on a lot of Perry Como. My parents had me listening to all this music: Nat King Cole, Ella Fitzgerald, Perry Como, Tony Bennett, you name it. You know, and I used to sing a lot of Sinatra stuff also in the karaoke venues, and I had kids, 21, 22, and 25 years old, come up and sing with me. They all knew Sinatra. They would say, "Oh, my parents love Sinatra. I can't believe you're doing it." And they would come up and sing with me, and I would, you know, some people who said they had lousy voices didn't have bad voices either. I said, "Come on, you'll sing with me, you'll sound good, and I'll make them sound good." You know, so I did it to make other people feel good.
Right, that's music's therapy.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, and that was another, actually, you know, it's funny, I was going to tell you, there was a show that I was on. It was a radio show, 2 radio shows with the Nassau Community College radio station, WHPC, and it's called Music is Therapy. I used to use, which is interesting. They brought me on because when I, as a counselor, I used to use in a residential center music as therapy for the clients to get them to open up to their feelings. Okay, just I think music always gets people to open up.
Oh my
right?
goodness gracious, music.
It's the heart of the, what is it, the soul, they say? What is it? It's your soul?
It is the soul. I'm starting to sing karaoke too, and just the feeling of
Okay.
brings you troubles, leaves you
Right,
leave,
right.
and you know.
Right.
What's
And you
the-
walk out happy with
Right,
everybody else. Everybody's happy.
absolutely. You're like, wow,
Yeah.
you know.
So anyway, so I, you know, I was on this radio station, and they played "That's Life." It's one of my songs I did on a CD that I made, and I was interviewed there, and I got my first exposure with that also. I would say probably in 2007. So I did the singing in 2006, and I continued that. Last year, I had a great thing. I ended up in Massachusetts after I won a contest. I was at a little bar called The Nest in East Meadow, where I live, and I won the contest for seniors, 60 and over.
Nice.
And they set me up to Massachusetts. 3 other people were supposed to go. None of them went. I'm the only one that drove 6 hours to get there to do this contest. And it was about a 2-3 day thing, and I ended up 3rd. Had I won, I'd be in Vegas today. That's what would happen. That was the top prize. You get to sing in Las Vegas. But I also met a very nice couple. The gentleman's wife was a singer in the contest. And they invited me into their household and gave me basically, like, took me in like I was their relative. You know what I mean? Gave me the run of the house. You know, a nice, trusting Christian family. So it was really a lot of fun, and I met a lot of nice people up there, and so I've done that. You know, but I still want to do acting. I done, like I said, I did the show at Christmas. Yeah, I know. Sometimes, well, when I'm working, now I'm out of work, but when I'm working, I have no time to do it.
Right, now you got time.
Yeah, now I have time, but it's the summertime, so I don't go out singing too much, you know? I end up doing a lot of other things and going out and dancing and stuff.
I think you're going to sing very soon. I have that feeling you're going to sing.
You do, huh?
I do have a feeling you're going
Yeah.
to sing.
Good. Well, I hope so. I hope so.
He's going to sing.
That's what I love the most.
Yes. And so what other venues have you done besides that?
Well, interesting, I found out in 2012, and I never knew it existed. All of a sudden, I don't know if I heard it on the radio or saw something in a news. I don't remember where I heard it. I heard about Sinatra Idol
Yes, in Hoboken.
in Hoboken, New
Correct.
Jersey. So I called up the head of the human resources, human affairs of the town of Hoboken. Told me to send a whole resume and a biography in January of 2012, and I did. And I was picked for the contest. Okay, and I was most exciting thing. I know the judges were like people from TV. I think Sinatra's cousin, his only living female cousin in Hoboken. I forgot her name. She was one of the judges, and they had two guys from another TV show, like a reality show, and they were all the judges. Anyway, I go there, and everybody comes. My friend comes, my friend Mike, my friend Mary, my friend Mike tapes it, and my ex-wife comes, my sons come, and I have a nice audience, so it's really nice. And there was 16 other men, and I was the last man to go. I waited 3.5 hours after I traveled 3 hours to get to the sing. Okay, I waited 3.5 hours to sing. I sang. The woman who was in charge of it was like, whoa, how great, screaming, unbelievable. I did, that was the day I did That's Life. And I lost by 2 votes to a gentleman who was phenomenal, okay, who sings more like Sinatra, sounds more like him. I don't sound like Sinatra. I don't impersonate him. I more or less just sing his music, as well as other music. And, I ended up coming in second, got some nice gifts, and, but that was my dream, was to win, because I heard that you sing in Christmas time in front of 1,000 people at the Count Basie Theater in Red Bank, New Jersey. That's top prize, and I missed it, by 2 votes. So I went back in 2013, and I did it again. And this time, everybody was late. They all got caught in traffic, and nobody showed up, except me, of course. I ended up 4th, doing actually one of the songs we had discussed. I Might Sing Tonight, the way you Look Tonight, and that was the one I came in 4th. I think I would have probably done better had there been an audience for me, because a lot of people had an audience, and I think they went by what the crowd, did. So that was my 2 experiences, and then I went back. I wasn't in the contest in 2014 or 13. I'm sorry, 2012, 13. Yeah, in 14 I wasn't in it, but this year I wasn't in the contest again. But they allowed me to come there in June and sing. It had a Sinatra Centennial weekend. It was great, greatest thing. I would say there must have been 50 to 100 Sinatra singers, and it culminated after I had sang in some venues there, with all of us singing New York, New York, with the New York skyline in the back, right on the water in Hoboken, in Sinatra Park, Sinatra Drive. So I sang with them. We did that. And I think we might have broken the Guinness Book of World Records. We were supposed to do it. I think you needed to have somewhere like 100. I don't know if we had it, but we were supposed to break the Guinness Book. So I ended up, I sang in 4 venues there. I sang about 30, 40 minutes in each venue, and handed out cards, and I'm still waiting for calls. I didn't get any. It was one place there that had I sang. One of my friends actually was told they might hire him to sing. It was a little bar restaurant club called Teak in Hoboken. It's a really nice place. But I didn't get a chance to sing there. But I did sing in the park, and that was kind of fun, because as I was singing, there were women coming up to me, dancing with me as I sang Luck Be a Lady. It was just good stuff, all good stuff.
Yes. How can people get a hold of you? You have a website?
Well, I have a card, and on my card I put my Facebook. I have Facebook. You can get me on the Larry Dubin in East Meadow, Long Island. I have Yahoo also, Larry_Duke 2002 at yahoo.com, and I have my cell on the card also. But you don't need to know it's cell, do you?
No,
I'll tell
just
her.
Facebook. You want to protect
Facebook.
your identity, and
I don't know. I don't know,
know.
but yeah, they can get me
You
on
just
Facebook or
protect
Yahoo
it. Yeah,
if they
absolutely.
want, So that's what I hope to do. Hopefully people will hear me. I was at a fundraiser last week. It was a great fundraiser. It was for 9/11 first responders. I was invited by a couple to sing, and I sang for an hour, and they actually paid me. And that was the first time I've gotten paid since I did a show with Madhousetv, you know, that show at Christmas. But that's all I've done. I'm still looking, you know, to put myself out there. I've gone to a few restaurants. I've asked if they needed Denny Sinatra singers, handed my cards in. Every band on Long Island that plays right now, in every venue, from Cedar Beach to Malibu and everything, I have handed all of these bands my card, and they said they'll all get back to me if they hear, if they know anybody who needs a singer. So, I got my fingers crossed, hopefully. We'll see how it goes. Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Didn't you want to give a shout out to some people watching?
Yeah, actually, I don't know. I think Pamela Lee is watching.
Pamela Lee.
I think she's watching. You know her. I know.
Yes.
And she was here a few months ago, I heard. And
Yes.
I sang with her last week in Babylon. I did a couple of songs. She had me come up there. You know, it's her own thing. Her and her friend do the songs, but they let people sing. So she let me come up and sing. That's the first time I ever met her. Okay, great woman, great voice. Okay, amazing.
Yes,
And,
yes she is.
And also, Suzanne O'Connor, who friended me on Facebook today. This was the funniest thing. She's in a band, Just Groovin'. I couldn't figure it out when she first said, I'm friending you, and she starts talking to me. I said, where do I know you from? Then she reminds me of the band, and I'm like, right, that's us. So anyway, she said, I'm watching the show, so I told her, good, I'm dedicating what I sing to you. If I do sing, I said, I'm going to dedicate the songs to you. That's what I told her
I
today.
have a feeling she's going to be on Madhousetv too. You're
She's
watching,
good.
Suzanne?
She's got a great voice. She really is. The band,
You know,
they're a good band.
Long Island's got some unbelievable talent.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Oh, I know. I've seen more talent this summer in the venues where I've met you, actually, and it's amazing, right?
And we were talking about this last year for you to come on the show.
Right. Right. I
And
remember
it
when I
takes
first
a
met
while, you know?
I know. When I first met you, we were talking about it, and then I met you again, and you were so gracious to put me on it, which I thought was really nice.
And it says, you waited this time, you're on.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Case closed.
Okay.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Goodbye.
Oh no! Power!
Automatic freshness, softness, and static control has never been easier with the Bounce Dryer Bar. I just stick it to the inside of my dryer, and I never have to remember.
Oh, Old Spice Body Spray makes you smell like power! It's so powerful it sells itself in other people's commercials. You smell like outdoor freshness.
You smell like power.
Yeah, I do. Power! Power!
Try this routine to feel fresh and clean. Pair Charmin Fresh Mates with your Charmin.
Oh, Old Spice Body Spray is too powerful to stay in its own commercial. That's right. Power! Old Spice Body Spray can change a regular smelling man into a man who smells like power!
Now, how is this? Wow, you know what? I actually do feel more powerful.
Potato chips! Power! It's me.
What are you looking for? You don't even know that. You're on the ball list, so you can't even answer. I'm asking you about it. You gotta be highly skilled. You understand that? Are you well versed there? Are you very smart man? Hit me with some funny shit.
My shit's twisted.
Tell me something.
What do you have right there?
That's awesome.
Well,
That's a big.
That's nice. You know damn well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's
Sir, Hey, are you interested or not?
Yes, I am. Sure. See you guys.
You see what I'm saying? You understand me? And if you can't whip out answers like that, that man is liable to go to commercial break, punch your fucking mouth loose. You understand me? Time is up, sir. You understand me? You're on. You're the man. All right, give me your name now. I'm sorry.
My name is Willie.
Willie, where you working at?
We are twisted. We are awesome. Love it.
Can you repeat that question?
We're back live. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Larry Dubin.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Okay? I'm going to do a song that I did in 2012. And I did it at Sinatra Idol. So, take it away. I dedicated this song one time to a woman. Dedicated to Suzanne tonight. Someday, when I'm awfully low and the world is cold, I will feel the glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. Yes, you're lovely with your smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you and the way you look tonight. With each word, your tenderness grows, tearing my fear apart. And that laugh wrinkles your nose, touches my foolish heart. Lovely, never ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight. Woo, yeah, take it away. Great song. And that laugh that wrinkles your nose, it touches my foolish heart. Lovely, that you ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love just the way you look tonight. Just the way you look tonight. Well, that was, thank you, Frank. That was actually the one I did in Hoboken in 2012. It was not it was one of my favorite songs back in the days because I was singing somebody and I dedicated it to her. But the song I'm going to sing next is actually the song that I did first ever in an open mic. It was in a small little bar in Baldwin, and the entire band was black. And I said, can you do the song That's Life? And they said, sure we can. And I'm like, really? Okay. So that's what I did. Anyway, but, you know, these are the songs I sang, and I'm going to do That's Life, which I actually came in second in 2012 with. The other one I came in fourth. One of Frank's best. That's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But I know I'm gonna change that tune. When I'm back on top in June, I said that's life. And as funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on a dream. But I don't let it get me down. 'Cause this fine old world, it keeps spinning around. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king. I've been up and down and over and out. And I know one thing, each time I find myself flat on my face, I pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life. I tell you, I can't deny it. I thought of quitting, baby, but my heart just ain't gonna buy it. And if I didn't think it was worth one single try, I'd jump right on a big bird and then I'd fly. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king. I've been up and down and over and out. And I know one thing, each time I find myself laying flat on my face, I just pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life. That's life. And I can't deny it. Many times I thought of cutting out, but my heart, I won't buy it. But if there's nothing shaking come this here July, I'm gonna roll myself up in a big ball and Thank you.